You'll have to forgive me. This is a bit processing out loud. A number of years ago, probably 3 years ago, I opted out of social media and kind of reoriented and refocused on what was important. And the benefits of it were astounding. It was almost like life was being poured back into me when I got off social media. This is not a anti-social media rant, but it is a talking through for you guys who watch this YouTube, our Cartwright Corner YouTube account, and I'm pondering getting off of that again, off YouTube, and kind of going back underground. And I think it would be helpful. I think it would be helpful for me to do that again. And just kind of recalibrating, reorienting back to the things that have value to me, the things that are important. You know, my relationship with Jesus is of primary importance. My relationship with my family is extremely important. Shepherding in our church is the sweetest of importance. Tending to this little piece of land, creating with Sarah this homestead is of importance. Continuing to learn my trade in handyman and light remodeling and growing in that is important. And just listing those things right there, that's enough to make a full-time, fulfilled life. So then when you add extras to it, of which social media is an example, I'm also doing a podcast. These really don't take up a lot of my time, but I have concern that they take up a lot of my mind, my heart, my will. Things that I think belong first to God and next to people, especially more in a face-to-face manner. In the past, I used social media. Well, I abused social media. Was on it constantly, using it constantly, getting the likes. That's somewhat dead in me. But I kind of moderated into using it as a way to connect with people, to build real relationships. And that is one of the great values of it, is you find these complete strangers that connect to what you're doing and you connect to what they're doing, and then you can build a real face-to-face and telephone relationship. Some of them, of course, have become dear friends. That's amazing. But there is a soul-sucking quality to the small things we might have in our lives that take more than they give. And again, social media is only one example. There's a million different things that I could name. But I just named really my top priorities, and I think my desire to focus on them has created the desire to crowd out, to push out all the other things that don't really align with those things I just named. And so, again, this is not a rant against social media. This is a verbal processing of health, soul health. And then overarching all of that would be, what is the Lord's will for this season? See, that's my bread. That's my water. That's my food. Is to know and do God's will. And when all of these other things are crowding in and I feel the need to push them out, I'm probably a little bit out of order in some places in regards to the desires of my Heavenly Father for me as His Son. The things that I'm doing. Yeah, I think my priorities need to come forward to a greater degree. And so the small things that take up parts of my soul, parts of my time, and parts of my bank account probably need to go away. So I'm not making any declaration right now. I am simply processing and would value any input that you guys might have. I want to be healthy and stay healthy and focus on the things that matter. I think that's the Father's heart for all of His kids. Those things that have value, that have eternity in mind, and people at heart. We'll see where it ends up. But that's my processing to this point. Thanks for listening. We'll probably see you guys again.